It's been a year since I uploaded that video. I talk about my craving for romance love. I feel less craving, I would say. Firstly is coming to the realization that a lot of time thoughts and the notion I have is too unrealistic. And it's more towards like fantasy and stuff like that. You know, those type of fairy tales story where the prince and the princess, happy live ever after, stuff like that. And I think it's always been my head through my growth. Feel like I needed that. I'm lack of that. I feel empty. I feel depressed. I feel lonely. So I needed this relationship to feel happy. Like I never have a relationship before, so maybe it is one thing to help someone, feel more happy. But I'm talking in my own experience where I coming to understand myself more. I keep creating this craving point A to point B, then I will be happy. That's when I realize it is not time yet for me to have a relationship. If you know the fate has arrived, the time has come. There's no the best time to start, right? Because today you can be a perfect man, but it's not guaranteed. So that's something I bear in mind, is that when I tell myself I'm not ready to start a relationship, meaning that I'm not actively looking for one. Secondly is the perception of self, how I view myself as a person. For example, I will look at myself as very unattractive. I would talk shit about myself. I would be harsh to myself. I would feel like don't deserve of love. I don't even love myself enough. Who you seeing now and who you saw 10 years ago, I was a lot different back then. Talk about self-love, talk about workout, and talk about taking care of self, talk about improvement. I don't talk about these things back then. I just kind of just allow myself to sink deeper, got into this self-hatred. There's a lot of changes throughout my growth, a bit of my past. I would feel like I need to keep having crush on someone, it almost become like this drugs, because to keep me feel more purpose. Throughout my years, I have had a few crush. The ones who I really have feeling for, I think is only like one or two, and the rest is just like a, whoa, this girl is so beautiful, man. It's just more like a beauty on the surface, and then that's it. I was trying to find something to fill this emptiness, and I'm not gonna say like, oh, as long as I have self love, I don't want romance love. I want romance love. I don't know what is the most ideal partner. There's no perfection when it comes to having a friend or family or partner. I'm not above average, so let alone being a perfect person, right? Preference is not a requirement. If it's true love, I think maybe that's what matters the most. But I'm not in a place to talk about, true love or what it means to have a partner. I can't even take good care of myself enough. I don't even love myself enough. I do love myself more than who I used to, but I would say I'm still in the process. Self-love, self-care, self-healing is just a continuous thing, right? As long as we are alive, we continue to take care of ourselves. That's why I wanted to focus on self-development now. 23, it's been 5 months, I think, since I quit my job, having to rent free with my parents, have food and drinks and all these things, and I'm really grateful for that. I do struggle more or less, I would say. Not the best, not the worst. Everyone have their own, better challenges. In my state right now, I have this financial freedom because of my parents, which I'm very grateful. At the same time, I also have my own spiritual and mental challenges that I have to go through because I do overthink a lot. I feel like this is something I want to focus on before I step into the working area again. During this time of taking a break, I want to learn to change. I know it's not gonna be overnight. During the changes, I need to accept and embrace who I am right now. Otherwise, I would just constantly be in a changing form, right? We all have flaws and we all have our unique self. Oftentimes, shut up myself more than I praise myself, I guess. Even though for those who are my close friends, I do make jokes sometimes. Like I would praise myself, like look at how good I am. But then I do often feel that lack of confidence in myself. I feel I need the approval and validation from someone. So yeah, that the joking way of praising myself and giving myself compliment is just a way of growing. I'm sure my friend is fine with that, right? I wish to whatever it is, whether I get a career, whether I'm successful, rich, or whether I have a family, I have a partner or not. I wish to continue this self-love and self-care journey because although it may be very selfish to say, but I feel like I come first, right? It's not like to push people that away or like to step on them, right? To lift myself up like that. No, I think it's like to love other people first. I have to love myself. I'm still like exploring like why self-love and how. That's the process for me. I believe I can do this. If you are struggling as well, I believe you can do this too. In a way, for this all this preparation and warm up and all this training is also like preparing myself for my future partner. I don't wish to be in love with someone as who I am right now. I guess there's no perfect version, but I feel like as for now, I know myself the situation, even though I do think about it a lot. But now it's lesser. Yeah, whenever I see like those beautiful women, sometimes I would just think, could this be the one? Yeah, and then sometimes I'm just like, "No, don't think about it, man." That's all for now. Take care, everyone.